I've worked at over 12 locations, and still the craziest thing that somebody's ever tried to do while I was working is steal. It's actually happened twice that I can think of, but I have heard crazy stories like customers coming in and then taking the tip jar out with them and nobody noticing. But for me, I've only ever had problems with delivery drivers trying to steal, which is surprising because if you're a delivery driver, we have all of your information because you work for one of the delivery services. Even though they're not technically our employees, all it does is takes one phone call to let them know what happened for them not to have a job. This is probably the funnier of the two stories, but a guy and his girlfriend were delivering for a specific service, and then they also came back in to get ice cream for themselves. And then on their way out, he opened up the display and took two of the grab-and-go ice creams, like we didn't see them, and then looked at us and then ran out the door and hopped in the car and then just booked it away. We had a full lobby, and it was funny because everybody collectively just looked and paused, like, did that just happen? Since they had just picked up an order, we had their name from that, and then they also paid for one ice cream, and so then we had their name from that as well. And then they sold the two ice creams, so we knew exactly who to report to their delivery service. The second one, I had this lady come in, and she was trying to say that the customer wanted to change their order. But in reality, I started to realize that the customer didn't want to change the order. She wanted to change the order because she was going to take it home for herself. As I'm starting to figure all of this out, I was going to call the customer and double check with them. And I was looking at their number, and then I look at caller ID, and somebody was calling us. It actually was them. I answered it. I started talking to the customer, and they're like, yeah, don't give that lady our ice cream. We have no idea what she's talking about. We didn't want anything to be changed. This lady started to realize that we were on to her, so she started screaming and cussing at me in front of all these little kids and told me to do something very explicit with a rubber cone. Yeah, it was a crazy time. If you're a delivery driver, please just don't try to steal. We're learning more and more about you this year, and $20 worth of ice cream is not worth your job, so please just don't. If you made it far enough to see these yellow bananas, throw a banana emoji down in the chat and then tell me what color bananas you like. Because I like brown speckled bananas, but I know some people that like to eat green ones, which make me want to throw up.